Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They've climbed all the way up to the second spot.
And I feel like Toronto, they believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Anthony Davis is out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. And for Toronto, we've got Wiseman, Oubre out there with Podziemski. And it's Salon in at the 4. It'll be Indiana off the tip. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander really played well against Memphis in his last outing. Pass to Middleton. Davis, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
I thought their game plan was really spot on, and we saw that in their scoring more than anything else.
Now here is Davis. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch for his team in that Grizzlies game. Kicks it down to Middleton. There's the triple. Knocked away. Here's Green. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, the strength of Draymond Green, impressive. This guy is unafraid to mix it up to get the glass.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Well, you love just the versatility of Draymond Green's game. He can score it, he can pass it, he can board it, and we know he's one of the elite defenders in the NBA.
Now here's Wiseman. Pass to Podziemski. Out to the right wing. Here's Salon, guarded by Green. Oubre, no one around him. And the 3 ball is good. And you look at the way the league is moving now, Shams, are there less big trades than when you started or more?
Perhaps a little bit less, but listen, the league is trying to keep parity in this league and allow teams to be able to keep their homegrown stars. There's always going to be plenty of interest, and that level of interest, not only from players from competing teams, but fans' interest, it's never been higher.
And there's never any hesitancy, right? If a team feels they can get better, for whatever reason and however they do it, I don't think there's any hesitancy to pulling the trigger.
Particularly when you're on the cusp of potentially winning a championship or competing, whether it's competing for the playoffs, competing for a title. If you can make one move that takes you from point A to point B, teams and general managers want to do it.
Well said. And it's Green, missing.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Pass to Shed. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Outside, Davis. A second chance effort. Wiseman with the rebound. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Shed. They get it again. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Green passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Davis. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And really one of the most challenging covers in our game. Davis, hard to guard given how versatile he is.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off.
And a member of the NBA 75 team, Anthony Davis is the rare franchise player, someone you build your entire organization around.
And he's good on the second. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
You're so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for John Collins.
And something has really clicked for him at the free throw line. In the past 5 games, his percentage at the line is much better than it had been prior. Sometimes that's how it works. A switch flips and all of a sudden you're locked in.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Darko Rajakovic. David.
He said SGA has this special ability to lull a defender into a slower pace and then suddenly make a quick move that leaves everybody just standing there. Coach feels the attention has to be on him. He wants to force somebody else to beat them. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not just one particular move.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove how dominant he is.
And Toronto making a change here. Collins is checked in. And it's Shed missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And here's Davis for 3. And he's still waiting to make his first shot for the night. Now 0-4. Powell against Oubre. Here's Shed. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game. And he knocks down the first one. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Powell. Still scoreless. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails the baby hook.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Outside Collins. Oubre outside. Pass to Salon. A shot off that time. Great D that time from Middleton. Powell with it. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Poke loose. Oubre with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Shed. Oubre on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And here we go. Fast break. Powell's got it. Shot's good by Middleton.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one. But is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. I mean, you've been to more arenas than I have and more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
And so here is Indiana. The Raptors getting the bucket. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Here's Shed. Oubre passes to Walker. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Porter. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Davis. And it's good for two.
And after missing 4 straight, he finally gets one to go.
Raptors trail by 5. Here's Shed. Outside Collins. Pass to Wiseman. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Oh, nice job by Wiseman to get some contact while in the act. Heady play.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
I love the defensive concentration so far in this one. They're getting out on shooters and really doing a great job of disrupting the rhythm.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. 17 points in his last outing. 6 to shoot. Down low. Green, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Oubre with the steal. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Toronto working the ball around now. Collins kicks to Walker. Pass to Wiseman. 5 to shoot. Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And Shams, we know you are so connected and on top of so many great stories and players and trends in the NBA. I have to ask, what is your like I'm talking to my teenage daughter. What is your screen time like? You've got to be in front of that computer and clearly in front of your phone every minute, or at least most every minute of every hour of every day.
It's not as high as it needs to be, Kevin, I'll tell you that much. And thankfully, it's not always like that, but certainly at the biggest times of the year, free agency, draft, trade deadline, it is certainly up there, almost in the 19 to 20 range. Kevin, what's your screen time? I feel like you might have a high screen time. You want to be plugged in. I know it.
I take 2 months off in the summer, but for those 10 months, it's 7 days a week, a lot like you. But I know how much happens in the offseason. That's my interest in sitting next to you here courtside tonight, is that you're watching this game, but your mind is always thinking about this and that, and it never ends. Like, you must not get much sleep. You cannot get much sleep, right? My goodness.
We do get sleep, but your offseason is my season, Kevin, and I want to make sure as we get this season going, I'm able to inform you.
And you always do. You always do. And so here's Toronto after the three-pointer from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Collins setting the pick for Ball. Pass to Collins. That's a two-pointer from Walker, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Pacers leading by 4. Caldwell Pope the bounce pass. Davis with a screen on Ball. Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Pass to Collins. Outside, Ball. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And a wide open look for Porter. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Lopez, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Davis. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Green, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. For the 3. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4. Ball with it. Picked up by Davis. Ball, the pass to Larson. Back to Ball. Collins, a screen on Davis. Ball from long range. Draymond Green grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Porter kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Davis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Walker, out left to the wing. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
Looking now at the numbers for Draymond Green. His last 10 games, averaging about 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Collins, a screen on Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Walker. 4 on the clock. And again, no good by Toronto. Indiana leading by 8. Davis looking for an opening. Pass to Middleton. It's rebounded by Salong. Here's Larson. Guarded by Porter. Porter with a block. Outside, Davis. Shoots over Walker. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Pacers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't you? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. We've got ball. Jabari Walker is out there with John Collins. And it's Salon in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Now, here's ball. Chris Middleton unable to get his last shot to go. Back to Collins. The 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Back to Middleton. To the paint. Here's Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
You love the aggressive play inside from Monte Morris.
To the inside. Here's ball, and it's sent back by Morris. Caldwell Pope passes to Morris. Now here's Porter, guarded closely. Middleton against Walker. Middleton can't get it to go.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's Larson, covered by Morris. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That is his first foul of the game. And Indiana making a change here. Powell's checked in. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Collins, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Ball. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Last time they met was in Toronto, where they beat the Raptors.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Yeah, I thought that had to do with getting the starters in foul trouble and then taking advantage of the substitutes, and that led to a huge disparity on the scoreboard.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Raptors. 7-point differential. And Charms, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Davis is checked in for Nurkic. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, "My potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say with what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by." Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream.
Well, Brook Lopez, such a versatile scorer. He's got great low post moves. He can also step away and face up and make jump shots. Very difficult bind for the defenders.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Toronto.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Powell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Davis setting the pick for Caldwell Pope. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Raptors trail by 8. Beasley outside. Pass the ball for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Now here's Davis. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Powell. Ball with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Lopez. Drills it from outside. Larson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Middleton with a screen for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Middleton. Davis inside. Lopez is there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his first foul.
And a tenacious rebounder. Coaches appreciate Davis's effort on the backboard.
James Wiseman, he's checked in for Toronto. Kelly Oubre comes in for Malik Beasley. In Indiana with a change here too. Nurkic checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story like you've done numerous times?
It's like when your heart skips a beat, Kevin. It's like when you feel like you are in such a rush and there's a surge of excitement that hits every particle of your body. Every profession obviously has a big payoff, but everything happens so fast. But when it happens, it makes all the hard work worth it, but it certainly brings a great feeling, and I definitely get goosebumps to this day.
You get goosebumps, but the hard work you put in to get that story, I know what you guys go through. It is amazing the hours you spend.
365, 24/7.
Kelly Oubre Jr. puts it on the deck and leaves no doubt.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Porter. Back to Powell. Three-pointer. Hacked on the shot. And he'll have 3 chances at the line. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
The Pacers have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And Indiana making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. And he nails the third.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Pass to Wiseman. Nurkic against Lopez. Now Podziemski. Oubre for 3. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans it from downtown. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 10 now for the Pacers.
Well, that's a quick strike from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In catch-and-shoot situations, those scoring instincts are right on point.
High post Lopez. Working on Nurkic. Pass to Shed. Lopez, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Shed. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's aggressive defense. Shai always competing on that end of the floor.
And Brandon Podziemski gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Nurkic. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. From down in the low post, it goes. And it's a 12-point Indiana lead.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
Now, here's Oubre. He had 10 points in the win against Miami. Fast break, here they come. Lets it fly. It's rebounded by Salon. Toronto, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And finished off by Oubre.
This guy's a super quick leaper. Oubre doesn't need much time to get off the floor.
Pacers leading by 10. Now Powell. He's got 5. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Powell. Davis setting the pick for Powell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Kelly Oubre.
You give this guy an opportunity, and Norman Powell doesn't need a lot of encouragement. The defense a little late there, so he'll go to the charity stripe.
The first one falls.
What you love about Norman Powell historically is he knows his role is professional scorer.
And so Powell nails both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Lopez kicks to Wiseman. Oubre on the wing. Good on the triple. Oubre's got it back down to single digits for the Raptors. For Indiana, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Good job in the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Pass to Wiseman. Inside. Now here's Lopez. Here's Shed. And it's blocked by Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Some changes for Indiana. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Middleton subbed in for Michael Porter. Indiana leading by 11. And here is Powell. He's got 7. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. And here is Powell, covered by Oubre. Indiana moving the ball around. They grab their own miss. No good with the layup.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Salon, guarded by Powell. Here's Wiseman. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:51 left in the first half. From the top of the key, in it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
To the paint. Here's Salon. No good on that one.
Boy, the opportunity was there to convert. He just could not come up with it.
Here's Davis. He's off on that one. Good D by Lopez. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Always so much fun to have Shams join us. No one with a better pulse on the NBA.
Man, Shams, is always the first guy to know about the big moves around the NBA. Love hearing what he has to say.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kelly Oubre unable to get his last shot to go. Well, Greg, we saw in the 2024 regular season that these Pacers actually led the NBA in assists.
Averaging over 30 assists a game. Now, that's ball movement. These Pacers really trust one another and love to share the load offensively.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Greg, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander has length, he has anticipation, makes a defensive play and turns it into offense.
Oubre against Powell. Wiseman sets a screen for Oubre. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
With Kelly Oubre, you know this guy's going to be in attack mode. Contact or no, this guy's going to be aggressive.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Green. And Middleton kicks to Powell. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Powell's got 11 points.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
And so it's Indiana with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating tempo in the first half. How did you do that?
Okay, we're getting the stops, grabbing the rebound now, just trying to push it, try to get the best shot available.
Problem solved in transition. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Toronto Raptors.
Can't miss this many shots and not be competitive. They're rushing, looking desperate. Kind of feel sorry for them.
No, you don't.
You were laughing while we were watching it.
Hey, man, that's off the air.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And for that game against the Thunder, to even have a chance, they'll probably have to play their best game of the year. I think you can do that in stretches. But can they do it all tonight, Shaq?
I don't see it.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Raptors trail by 18. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. They've got Norman Powell. Anthony Davis is out there with Green. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. There's the 3. Wiseman with the rebound. Wiseman's got 5 rebounds tonight. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
First one falls for him. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
Here's Shed following the basket by Anthony Davis. It's stolen by Davis. Green taking his time here. Pass to Powell. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Davis setting the pick for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24.
Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
Here's Podziemski. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to go on Norman Powell. The Raptors have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Davis. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors trail by 18. Pass to Shed. Here's Podziemski. Guarded by Powell. Podziemski's shot is good. Pacers leading by 16. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Wiseman sends it back.
And on a per-minute basis, Wiseman already gets a lot of blocks, and his defensive awareness will only improve with time.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Raptors are rebuilding with purpose. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, "We're doing a good job at the start of this process, selecting the right people that care and are very committed to each other. That's a good baseline to build on." Kevin, slowly, the pieces are falling into place.
David, you're so right. He is great at developing those young players. And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And now look at the teams that have shot the ball the best over the course of the last month. The Pacers in 5th.
Well, offensively, people are moving without the ball, making the extra pass, and that's led to a high shooting percentage for them, really over the last month.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Oubre. Shot clock at 5. Toronto needs to get off his shot. And finished off by Wiseman.
And get used to seeing that for years to come. Wiseman working in that pick-and-roll action and cashing in.
To the middle, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Pass to Podziemski. Here's Salong. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Traps in the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points for the quarter.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
See, Kelly Oubre understands how to take advantage of his athleticism on the interior. That's nice.
And both free throws good for Oubre. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Now here's Powell. 11 points in the game. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by Powell. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 32 points. Raptors trail by 18. Here's Shed. There's the pick. Here's Oubre. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's putting up about 21 points per, 12 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now here's Powell. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
And now a chance to take a look at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over the last month, he has been spectacular and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. John Collins, he's checked in for Brandon Podziemski. Wiseman sets a screen for Collins. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Oubre. No good on the 3.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
That one goes. Count it.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Collins passes to Oubre, and the layup is good. Oubre's got 21.
Boy, this guy has been terrific. The rest of the team, however, struggling.
Pacers leading by 18. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Powell. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And he'll get a head of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Oubre outside. They set the screen. Now here's Collins. Here's Shed. Misses the 3.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Oubre with the steal. Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Oubre outside. Just 5 to shoot. Green with the rebound. Green's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander for 3. Middleton. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Solon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Oubre passes to Wiseman, and it's good, 2 points. Wiseman's got 4 points in the quarter.
And just wait until Wiseman has time to develop his moves, which are still somewhat raw at this stage.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Indiana again missing. Raptors trail by 18. Oubre outside. Oubre, a screen on Green. Collins against Green. Oubre outside. Shoots over Powell. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Oubre's got 10 points in just the second half.
This guy just plays with such a rhythm and timing. Kelly Oubre knows how to get himself going on the offensive end.
And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Powell. Powell's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Oubre outside. Here's Shed. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe. And so Powell will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Cranes the three-pointer. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 37.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
Pass to Collins. Fires the 3. And it's Shed missing.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Raptors. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now Collins. After the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, let's remember a former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, sending it back.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Powell, and the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Anthony Davis, and it's Michael Porter in for Draymond Green.
You know, we've seen him just tear after the rebounds tonight. No fear. You have to love that effort.
And Middleton kicks to Powell. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. From 12 feet out. And Lopez pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lopez sets a screen for Ball. Into the lane. Up and in on the layup. Ball's got 10.
Gotta respect how quickly Ball gets to the rack. I mean, if you give him the lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it quickly.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Raptors. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Here's Walker, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Porter. No good on that one. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Caldwell Pope comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the second free throw, good. 1:06 left to play in the third. Caldwell Pope with it. Still yet to score. From past the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Larson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Lopez. Lopez, a screen on Powell. Deep 2 from Ball. That one misses. It's his 5th miss. He's made 4 baskets. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Davis with a screen on Walker. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Now here's Lopez. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball from long range. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Kept alive. Nurkic. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Shoots over Ball. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Indiana Pacers. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. Back to the action in just a minute. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Keep working the game, possession by possession. Keep doing everything hard. Down there, let's get some stops.
Wow, imploring his guys to lock in, Greg, defensively.
The defensive intensity is going to be critical. The offense will come, but you need the defense to bring effort.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Collins is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Walker. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Larson in at the shooting guard. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Six to shoot. Blocked again. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Shot clock at 3. Caldwell Pope for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Caldwell Pope's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Pacers. Pass to Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
If you give Lopez a 7-footer this much room, it's over.
Pacers leading by 21. Powell with it. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Powell. Back to Caldwell Pope, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Pass to Collins. Here's Larson, guarded by Powell. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
Oh, the long arms of Brook Lopez effortlessly sends that back.
Pass to Ball. Launches a 3. Pacers with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
Caldwell Pope against Ball. The kick out to Walker. Drills the three-pointer.
You know this, if you're open, you can count on Brook Lopez to find you. He uses his height to spot open teammates.
Pass to Nurkic. And here is Davis. Indiana moving it around. It's Porter outside. Larson with the rebound. Larson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Lopez, a screen on Powell. Outside, Ball. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Caldwell Pope against Ball. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Pass to Collins. Jacks up a 3. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Well, you can see John Collins forcing the level of contact that he wanted. Just gets an opportunity to go to the free throw line.
And when you look at John Collins' advanced numbers, Doris, they jump off the page.
Yeah, probably the advanced numbers you're referencing, Kevin. Offensive rating, true shooting percentage. And when you look at it through that lens, Collins is absolutely able to score from a variety of spots on the floor, and the guy's an absolute terror on the glass.
And finished off by Nurkic.
This is about first setting a tremendously good screen by Nurk, then getting off the screen and converting and pick and roll. So good.
Now, here's Ball. Collins kicks to Ball. Lopez sets a screen for Ball. This one for 3. And again, no good by Toronto. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Lopez with the block. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
The Raptors making a switch here. Oubre's checked in. Green, he's checked in for Indiana. Now here's Powell. Shot clock at 6. Caldwell Pope for 3. They get it back. Here's Davis. Can't cash in from close range. Raptors trail by 21. Pass the ball. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Outside, Davis. And they pick up 2. Davis has got 4 points this quarter.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
Lopez, a screen on Caldwell Pope. Oubre outside. A 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. Ball against Caldwell Pope. Outside, Davis. Pass to Porter from the arc. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Oubre kicks to Ball. Lopez against Green. Here's Walker. Clock at 6. And here is Ball. Puts up a deep 3. Oubre can't get it to go.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
I think we have to check his sanity because there's a number of better options on the floor.
Now here's Powell. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Powell. Davis setting the pick for Powell. And he's good on the three ball.
You've got to be able to manipulate pick and roll. Norman Powell taking what the defense gives him. That's really nice.
Toronto with the ball. Outside ball. Lopez, a screen on Caldwell Pope. For three, Oubre. It's rebounded by Indiana. Porter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball against Caldwell Pope. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
And here is Lopez after Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Oubre on the wing. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Sinks the triple. Oubre's got 16 here in the second half.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Both teams will make substitutions. Pacers leading by 23. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Left side, Davis. Over Wiseman. And Davis can't get it to go. Raptors have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Pass to Shed. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Now here's Oubre. And it's Podziemski in the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Floats it up for Davis. It's deflected. Oubre with the steal. Wiseman sets a screen for Oubre. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Davis.
A spectacular finish by Oubre. He's got that airtime to get creative.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Pacers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Powell sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Pass to Podziemski. Back to Oubre. Here's Shed. Fires from way outside. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Green's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Powell. basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Of course, we're in the world now of super agencies, which consolidate player representation. What do you think?
Kev, I think obviously it gives some more power to the players because of the bargaining leverage. But for player movement, does it give more power to the big market teams? We're going to have to watch this unfold.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Indiana. Oubre on the wing. Podziemski on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Free throw good, Podziemski. No good on the second free throw.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Prince. Morris outside. Here's Porter. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for Michael Porter.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Here's Shed. Oubre outside. Wiseman sets a screen for Oubre. And again, Toronto no luck. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. On the wing, Porter. To the middle. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Toronto working the ball around now. Here's Oubre, and it's blocked. Now here is Morris. Defense right on him. Prince against Oubre. Pass to Nurkic. Outside Porter. Nurkic dishes to Morris. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Indiana.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And in a three-game season series, they take the first two, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
And the first one drops. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, Which would it be?
Ooh, good question, Kevin. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
The Pacers making a change here. Thor's checked in. Both good from the line that time. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Caldwell Pope. And that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot two.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope. Dean Wade, he's checked in for the Pacers. He's perfect from the line this time. Toronto shooting about 42% so far. Here's Shed. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. And again, Toronto no luck. Outside, Porter. Nurkic setting the pick for Porter. To the inside. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Porter.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Here's Shed. Pass to Podziemski. From outside the arc. That one misses. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. So they finish out the NBA Cup group round as a 3-1 team.
And whether you're focused on the NBA Cup or the big picture of the regular season, early wins like these are great for your team.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Draymond, one of the cliches of basketball is that the ball finds energy. When teammates are making shots, does that give you more energy?
Oh, yeah, it does. When we're in the flow, the ball's just moving around. It allows me to play make, and then I just try to find an open gap and take the shots where they are.
Man, it was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.